If you are into longboarding, you have probably seen one of those.
Epic, dude. Viberide, the new thing.
This is a ridiculously steep hill, but because we have a brake, we're gonna go bomb it barefoot. I'm going backwards, and I'm barefoot, and I'm drinking coffee.
You can get on this and never crash, never crash, never crash.
Viberide is a company that gained notoriety by being everywhere. Huge ad campaigns on social media with outlandish claims, and even a segment on Shark Tank. The product? Something that is pretty simple in concept but pretty hard to do right. A longboard with brakes. Longboarding can be pretty dangerous. A study from 2014 shows that among all boarding injuries, the most severe injuries stem from longboarding. And every death in this study was unfortunately a longboarder that suffered a head injury. These statistics show what makes some of their claims so dangerous. But before we go deeper into that, let's look into the company's history and the head behind the brand, Charlie Cannon. Charlie is not new to the internet, having an Instagram that has posts dating back to 2013, where you can see a young Charlie basically doing all kinds of cool stuff. And here you can see a clear pattern. The guy is good at sports and mostly high-octane sports like trick skiing, wakeboarding and just doing flips. He also enjoys filmmaking with and without a drone. This is some foreshadowing for later. If it wasn't already clear, little research is necessary to see he comes from money. Not
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
but still pretty well off. But let's get back into Charlie. Charlie went to the University of Utah, which he seemingly didn't finish, because he founded his first company, EXO Drones. EXO Drones was a company that tried to penetrate the market that was mostly locked down by bigger companies. He offered functional drones at an affordable price, which was something the market was lacking back then. Their business model was pretty simple. A large Chinese drone manufacturer called Hubsan was providing the drones, and EXO would put on their labeling and marketing to sell those with a markup to the rest of the world. This practice is also called white labeling, where a company provides a service or a product that is rebranded to appear like another company made it. This is not an unusual approach and provides some benefit to the buyer, since you don't have to order directly from abroad and get all the buyer's protection a local company has to give, that is provided by each country's law respectively. But this is where it gets a little murky. Charlie sold the company in 2022 for about $3 million. I've been an entrepreneur for my whole life, since I was 14. Flipping t-shirts, flipping scooters, I knew there's a place in the market for affordable camera drones. So I private labeled a line of affordable camera drones, launched them online, sold about $50 million worth of camera drones. I did sell the business for $3 million. But after that, problems started to arise. A company isn't bought for fun, but of course to generate profit. To do that, you either have to increase earnings or cut costs, or do both. And apparently the service quality has gone down since then, and the support for older products became spotty. It is not unusual for a company to get sold to investors, squeezed dry for what it's worth, and then become abandoned. Especially when it doesn't even need to have its own production facilities, and is basically a social media presence and a warehouse. And that's where we get to Viberide. They are taking a product that is already existing but not that commercially successful, marketing the crap out of it, growing the company and its theoretical value, and maybe someone exiting out of it for a profit, for it to become basically another soulless shell company. This didn't happen yet, but might happen in the future. But let's actually look what is problematic about Viberide now. The main product is the Brakeboard, a longboard with brakes, and the brake kit that allows you to add a brake to almost any board. I got sent a board which clearly shows their strategy. Get this product out to as many people as possible, even smaller creators like me, increasing its visibility and therefore the company's value. They want to make money.
But for transparency reason, let's look at the email I got. I thought you might be interested in trying out something a little different, our Brakeboard. I know you love it, everyone does. We'd love to send one your way, no strings attached, just for you to try it out and see how it fits into your rides. It's something we're super proud of, and honestly, everyone who hops on one has a blast. If you're into it, just let me know where to send it and it's yours. Looking forward to seeing what you think. Best, Charlie. So no incentives to sway anyone in any direction. So they stay fair, and that's respectable.
The product in itself is surprisingly decent. The board I got is of decent quality, and with the kit I wouldn't say it's too expensive considering mid-range board prices right now, and it looks pretty good. The functionality is also pretty good. I won't say that it isn't an advantage when you go around a corner and the street suddenly looks like this, and foot braking becomes kind of a struggle. The brake works.
It can be a little noisy while riding, and you have to get used to the brake a little. After that, it works pretty well. It's definitely not trash.
So if you follow the channel, you know that I have quite a lot of boards. And to be honest, I thought I could get the Viberide kit onto one of my other boards, but on this board, due to its geometry, the Pantheon Pranayama RKP trucks will not fit. The Supersonic, also quite difficult. This of course not. And for these, it won't fit. But there's one board where it could fit, which is this loaded Icarus. But it turns out that the truck, the base plate, is actually too large. So without majorly modifying the board and sawing into the fiberglass, I can't make it fit this one, which is actually a little sad. So it will only fit the supplied board. So that's just something you should know. And another thing is that the wheels are also not replaceable, although it kind of looks like you could make some wheels fit on that. But no, these ones have the adapter for the pad integrated, so yeah, you're stuck with those wheels. Which actually they aren't bad, but it's just a little sad. I would love them be a little more flexible. But still, I think the system is still quite good. But let's get back to the video. If you want to know more about the product, Abuga from Downhill254 has made a phenomenal video on how the product actually works. I might make a full video on the product itself somewhere, but not in this video. Let's get back into the main issue I have with them, which is their marketing. From exaggerations to straight lying, we have everything from Viberide. Sometimes they invented the system, but then they're honest about it, that they just bought the patents from the original creator and approved it. But that's not even the main issue. The main issue comes from them marketing it as safe, when it obviously is still a longboard. It's like giving a child floaties and throwing them into the ocean. It inspires overconfidence in people without the necessary skill to be able to handle difficult or dangerous situations on the road. You always see e-boarders crash because they think they are safe to stand on a tool that they almost have no experience on. I'm not saying that the brake is useless, I think it's actually good, but the claims can endanger people. But to their credit, it seems like the overly aggressive marketing campaigns have stopped, because I haven't seen one in a while and their newer videos are a lot tamer than they were, just to give you both sides. But on the other side, their company seems to be doing well and they're expanding their product line with scooters and e-boards. And maybe that's the way to grow a company in today's age. Maybe other companies should do more aggressive and high quality marketing. Viberide managed to capture the attention of audiences with viral clips and fast-paced videos. In the short time I've been longboarding, I've seen so many great companies perish that just didn't have the ability to stay afloat and make sufficient money. This doesn't seem to be an issue for Viberide. But is this sustainable? Or is maybe Viberide just plushing up to be sold and be another case like EXO Drones? Maybe it's just some dudes having the time of their life and building an awesome product in an awesome company. Or it is just a way to make money. Only time can tell. But what do you think about it? Or write it in the comments and stay on the channel to get an in-depth review of the brake system itself. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would love to see you on the channel and in the next one. And until then, see ya. Bye.